Welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. It is Friday, July 11th, 2014, and I'm Leanne McAdoo. Well, if you needed any more proof that the TSA is nothing more than contrived security theater, look no further than what's happening at the border. You know, if you want to fly into the USA, you've got to subject yourself to radiation and groping by the TSA. But if you're a terrorist and you don't mind walking, you can just walk right in through the border. And then when you get here, the TSA will allow you to fly, no identification necessary. Now, this is according to the National Border Patrol Council. They say the aliens who are getting released on their own recognizance are being allowed to board and travel commercial airliners by simply showing their notice to appear forms. Now, of course, this just adds insult to injury. Not only are we releasing unknown illegal aliens onto American streets, but we are allowing them to travel commercially using paperwork that could easily be reproduced or manipulated on any home computer that has no security features, no watermark, nothing. Now, the spokesman Garza highlights the significance of the security threats that this is posing to the American public, saying, "The threat this poses from terrorists upon the American people is absolutely unacceptable. Central Americans aren't the only people crossing our border and being released. Does anyone actually think that cartels and other criminal or possible terrorist organizations are not taking advantage of the fact that we are having to leave our borders wide open while reassigning the majority of our agents to process family units and minors?" So, of course, this situation is being exploited by such threats. And his ideas echo a report from the UN that was issued in 2012. It states that irregular migrants from the Horn of Africa, which includes Eritrea, Somalia, and Ethiopia, as well as Bangladesh, Nepal, India, China, and other African and Asian states, are being smuggled through Central America. So this is what we've been telling you. It's not just Central Americans. We really have no idea who's coming through. They're not having to show any identification. Here, city officials in Massachusetts are reporting that adult illegal immigrants posing as unaccompanied alien children appear to be attempting to enroll at public high schools. They say they have gray hairs, saying they're 17, and they have no documentation. Now, federal policy prohibits city officials from inquiring into any child's immigration or citizenship status and background. So clearly, this is an issue. Not only do you not know what kind of potential pedophiles are there in the classroom with your children, we're not allowed to ask them for citizenship status or identification, but there could also be gang recruiters in the classroom with your children. We've already reported how MS-13 gang members have been found to be at these border facilities. Of course, high school students and middle school students are very susceptible to being pulled into gangs by their peers. And there's also another group that recruits students on campus, La Raza.
The globalists have controlled the mainstream media for a long time, but now they're expanding, making the weaponization even more vicious and deceptive. All the major networks are state-run.
We are partnering this year with the NFL.
The NFL has become a political weapon against the Second Amendment and pushes Obamacare. MSNBC tells us that our children belong to the state.
We have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities.
The brainwashing media machine has been turned up on high, and it's time for humanity to double down on the true people's media and strike back against the tyrants that are destroying our civilization with their lies and fraud. We are the resistance. You are the resistance. You are the info war. It is more important than ever to realize that we are not the alternative media. We are the true media. The establishment dinosaur press is dying.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
Join us at InfoWarsNews.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Members can share their memberships with up to 11 people. By subscribing, you will literally be buying war bonds in the info war to expand our operation in the face of the tyrants. Join us at PrisonPlanet.tv.